Next up on our CVC Fall Sports Media Day tours, the Madison girls soccer team, the reigning Lake Division champions. Head coach Chad Butler. Coach, thanks for being here. Why don't you introduce the ladies you brought with you and then just give us a preview. What can we expect out of the Blue Streaks in
Yeah,
24?
thank you for having us. First, my assistant coach over here, Marissa Martell, it's their first year with us after our assistant coach last year took off. And then we have Elizabeth Bailey, who's our offensive captain this year, starter from last year. Avery Weaver is our defensive captain, was a member of our defense last year. And then Reese Meister, who's now our team captain, who took the spot of Claire Wakeham from last year. We have 8 starters returning from last year. It's been an exciting preseason. I've seen a lot of growth and a lot of speed, and we're really excited to come back into the CVC and see if we can repeat what we did last year.
All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk with the girls. We'll start right to your right. For the folks at home, just introduce yourself again, name, grade, and
My
position.
name's Liz Bailey. I'm a senior this year, and I play left settlement.
So coming in as the reigning champs, you're going to have a bullseye on your backs. How ready is this team to defend
I
that
think
title?
we're so ready. I mean, last year was just so cool to have that experience and all the joy and fun things that come with it, and the confidence I think it really gives your team moving forward is just so great. So I think we're really ready.
You graduated some players from last year, which means some new girls are going to step in, whether they had varsity experience or not, it doesn't matter. But how is this team different from last year's?
I think this team's different from last year's. In a few ways, we have some girls in different positions now, so that'll be interesting. And we also have some great freshmen that came up and are just ready and eager to take some spots on varsity that need to be filled.
Obviously, Perry finished second in the conference, 4-1. Your team was 5-0, but the Lake Division has some other talented teams in there as well. What's it going to take for this team to go ahead and repeat again? And how much does it improve your chances just knowing that you have to go out and compete every game? You can't take a night off.
I think that this team really, we just need everyone to be fully confident in their attacks on the field. If we can really just build up our confidence more with our younger girls and older girls both in our positions, I think that we'll just really be ready to push through and enter every game with that mentality of having to win.
People know around the conference, they know your star players. Who are some of the girls that are going to make a name for themselves this fall?
I think some girls that are really going to step up and make a name for themselves this far are freshman Maddie White, who made varsity this year. I think she's going to do really well. I mean, she's already really amazing in the back. She's playing defense, and she's just been having a great preseason so far. I also think that Anna Marcelli will be one of those girls really stepping up. She is a junior now, and she also made varsity this year. And I think she's just really coming out of her shell and becoming a great player.
Outstanding. Good luck to you this fall. Let's move to your right. Name, grade,
My
and
name
position.
is Reese Meister. I'm also a senior, and I play striker.
Reese, you came in and became one of the most dominant players in the CVC last fall. What are you going to do for an encore?
I hope to do the same thing this year that I did last year.
How much more difficult is it going to be that now that everybody knows who you are, you're going to draw some extra attention, man marking you on defense, that type
I
of
dealt
thing?
with some of that last year as well, but I think coming off of that big CVC win last year, that this year will be the same, if not a lot more. And I think that we have enough skill throughout the entire team to be dominant as a whole, let alone just marking one player.
Who are some of the other players that are going to score some goals this year?
Lilia Van Kirk. She is playing a center attacking mid right now, right below me. And I think Liz Bailey will also have a big part of the goals as well.
All right, what's the biggest challenge for this team in trying to defend that conference title?
I think that we need to bring that confidence from the win into this season as well. Like Liz said, I think that's a really big part. Just helping our younger players realize that they're very skilled and just giving them that extra boost of confidence to just to play their best and put in all their effort.
Who are the breakout players for you this season?
Well, I was gonna say those two as well, but I also think that our keeper Taylor McAdams, she's a senior as well. She's been great this season through all of our summer games and all that. She's been really well. I also think that Gracie and Breggy, she's playing a center defensive spot right now, and I think she's also gained a lot of confidence from the past couple of years, and I think she'll really thrive this season as well.
All right, well, good luck to you this season. Let's move to your right. Name, grade, and
I'm
position.
Avery Weaver. I'm also a senior, and I play left center back.
Avery coming in at senior season, so obviously you're excited about being a senior. You're going to graduate in 8-9 months, but at the same time, every time you step on the field, it draws you closer to the end of your career. How are you balancing those emotions?
I'm really just trying to enjoy the time I do have left and taking it like it is my last season. So I'm just trying to spend as much time as I can with my team and make it a good one.
As a senior, what are you doing to provide leadership to some of the younger girls?
I'm trying to make sure everyone's included and making sure they feel comfortable and aren't afraid to speak up, because I know everyone has their concerns, everyone has their opinions, and I want to make sure that they're heard and that they don't feel like they're being shut out.
What's this team's identity? What are people going to remember about playing Madison?
I think one of the things they'll remember is like how just connected we are. I feel like everyone knows each other pretty well on the field. Like we know how to talk to each other. And just like how positive we are, because like you'll hear us sometimes laughing on the field, or just how like much we get along. Like there's no fights, everyone's included, and all of that.
What are your goals for this season, individually and for your team?
My personal goal is to go undefeated in CVC again. As a defense, I feel like it's my job. But as a team, also win CVC, but also just really improve and work on our weaknesses and see the improvement throughout the season and finish off really well as a senior.
And who is your breakout player and why?
I was also gonna say Maddie, but I feel like also McKenna DeWalt. She during the tournaments and the showcases this summer, I saw a really big improvement, and you can see her confidence grow. And then also Peyton Blazer, she got her first goal at one of the tournaments, and I could see the confidence boost. And then she's also been stepping up at practice, and she's just this very bubbly, positive person, and she's really fun to be around.
Excellent. Well, good luck to you this fall. On to your right, Coach. For the folks at home, introduce yourself again, and then just give us your overview of what to expect out of Madison this
Hi,
season.
I'm Marissa Martell, assistant coach, back with us again this year. And I think my goal is just to see how much these girls improve and see how far they can go. The confidence that I've seen in them just in preseason has been great, and I'm really excited to see what they do this year and how far they take us.
When you're chasing a conference title, there's no pressure on you. When you're the defending champ, there's some pressure. How do you see the girls handling that in the preseason?
I think in this preseason, they've been extremely focused. Everyone's working hard every day when we're out there, whether it's once or twice a day. Everyone's focused. They're getting things done. And I think we do know that we have that target on our backs, but also that these girls are ready for that challenge and they're ready to defend the CVC title.
What's it going to take for this team to do that, to win that conference title and maybe make a deeper postseason run?
I think just keeping up with what they're doing, the hard work, the communication, both on and off the field. I see them, like I said, at school or off the field, they're doing great things, and continuing that hard work from last year, and keeping up with the things and, the strategies that we have will help us make a deeper run in playoffs this year.
I've asked the girls for some breakout players. Who are some of the players that have impressed you in the preseason?
I'd have to say senior Zoe Delagianis. We did not have her last year due to an injury. And this year, just in preseason, she's made a huge impact on the field with the girls back there in our starting defensive line. She has the ability to take the ball off the field. She has the ability to stop attackers coming down. And I think she's going to make a really big difference this year back on our defensive line.
All right. Well, thank you, and good luck to the team this year. Coach Butler, back to you. We talked a little bit about some of the other players that have been impressive in the preseason, or who the girls think are going to have a big year. Who are the girls that you think are going to have a big
One thing
year?
I would definitely echo is the impact that Marissa said about having Deli back. She is a force to be reckoned with. And then another one who's kind of shifted positions, but I think is taking to it very nicely is Sienna Sidoti, who's playing down the right for us this year. Her speed and strength going down that side is phenomenal. And then she's matched further up the field by junior Kennedy Ross, who is just as fast. And the way that those two can shoot down that right-hand side and take off on the attack is pretty unprecedented for us. We're a pretty fast team.
When you look at this year's team, what's it going to take to achieve those goals that you've set?
I think it's just staying focused and keeping our eye on the prize and what we want to do. It's, every day is another chance to either we're getting better or we're getting worse. And I think that so far we've been pretty solid on focus. There's a couple practices that were really hot that I thought, okay, this is going to be the practice where our focus dips and I'm going to have to reset and move things around. And then it just didn't. It's not like everything's coming easy for us, but the girls are making a concerted effort to learn everything that we're trying to do and to put it into practice when we get out into games.
Last one for you. The OHSAA, what did I say that correctly? OHSAA has added several new divisions. Where did your team end up, and how does that change your outlook on the postseason?
It changes everything for us. We dropped from my entire career. We've been D1, and I always look it up. We were the 8th smallest D1 in the state of Ohio. So now we've dropped down to D3, and I'll say personally, I mean, the girls are excited too. Personally, just knowing that I'm not at least trying to make a team that can compete with schools that have, 900 extra girls than we do is a load off. I think it's a lot more equitable. We don't have to run into the D1 state champs before districts end.
In sectional finals, yeah.
So it's very exciting for us. And the girls do not see it as something that's going to be easy for them. They see it as an opportunity and a good reason why they should work really hard to get better every day.
Yeah, and I think you said it. It's not going to be easier, but it's more equitable. You're just competing against more schools more your size as opposed to being one of the smallest in Division
Absolutely.
1. So that's great. I'm looking forward to see what you can do. So, all right, Coach, I appreciate you and the ladies taking some time out of the day to preview the season, and
Thank
best
you
of
very
luck to you
much.
this fall.
Thank you.